What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Poke Historian. Matt X here, doing another one of my fireside chats. Tonight, I thought we'd take a look at EX Sandstorm, which is the second set that came out after Wizards of the Coast stopped printing Pokemon cards and the Pokemon Company took over the printing. And this set is based on the desert area in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire Emerald, and it's got a lot of desert themed Pokemon that live in arid environments. And I was taking a look at it and I thought a lot of the arts were cool, so I thought we'd take a look at each individual one and see what this set's all about. Let's get going. First off, we got Armaldo, one of the fossil Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire. Decent Mitsuhiro Rita artwork here. Looks like he's ready for battle or something. What else we got? Cacturn, the first cactus Pokemon we got. Grass and dark type. Here he's grass in this particular Pokemon card. Not too much to say about this one. It's decent looking. Kind of an underrated Pokemon in my opinion. Hey, look at this Cradily. This is one of the fossil Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire. I love how hand-drawn this one looks. And it's a holographic too. Man, very nice. Not one of my favorite Pokemon, but I mean, I would definitely pick up this card. I mean, for the artwork and the way it's drawn, I think it's probably the standout card for Cradily. What else we got here? We got Dusclops, one of the ghost Pokemon from these games. That's kind of a cool artwork. Looks like some sort of stone structure in the background there. Huh. Ooh. And this set's also got some evolutions, so that's something to keep in mind. We got a holographic Flareon here. God, look how crisp he looks. And this is either the desert he's hanging out in, which would make sense, or it almost looks like a snowy landscape it could be. Desert makes more sense though. I love when these sets are all themed like this. It makes like all the cards kind of stand out more and it gives the set an identity when you look back on it like this. Great Flareon though. I don't think this set was very well liked when it first came out, but I mean if you look back, I mean a lot of the artworks are neat. Look at this Jolteon, that's strange. Nishida did this one. Look at this Ludicolo, he's dancing, look. He's got all his pre-evolutions there in the background dancing with him. This is wild. Of course Kamiya did it. I think that'd be worth picking up. Definitely a standout of this set so far. Got Lunatone here. Looks alright. Kusajima artwork. Mahile. I always thought this was kind of a strange Pokemon. I can never figure out exactly what was going on. Like he's got this chompy thing on the back of him. Like, is this supposed to be like another head, or does he use that to eat, or is it just for attacking? I don't know. I'll have to look more into this Pokemon and figure out what exactly his deal is. Oh, here's a standout. This is actually my favorite card from this set, the Sableye. I was actually able to get this one a couple years ago. I love all the colors of this card, and boy does it pop in person. Maybe at one point I'll do a video on this card so we can take a look at the physical version of this card. Really cool. Cool Pokemon too. Look at this. Seviper. This is a crazy artwork. So I'm guessing this is Seviper battling with, maybe that's a Zangoose because I know they're rivals and they're always fighting and stuff like that. That's a wild artwork. Man, like it kind of this set kind of reminds me of like the E series cards for Sky Ridge, Aquapolis, and Expedition that Wizards did. Like the artwork is just still on point here. And I don't think a lot of people even realize that, but I mean, this easily feels like a sequel set to those three sets. Cool looking Shiftry here. Soul Rock to go along with that Lunatone we saw. Got a Zangoose. This Pokemon always looked pretty fierce to me. Mongoose. Tough animal in real life too. That's why they had it battling the Seviper in the other card, because in real life I think was it Cobras and Mongooses that fight? I think it is. Huh. That has a proud looking Arcanine there. Kind of like a Japanese background or something. Looks like he's ruler of the land. Always been such a neat Pokemon, that Arcanine. Look at this sassy Espeon here. Flailing his hair around. Yeah, it knows it's got it going on. Not much of a background here, but the artwork's kind of cool. Not really sure what exactly Espeon's standing in here either. Looks like some sort of psychic mist or something. Who the heck knows? Oh, we got Golduck. What's going on here in this one? Hmm. Definitely some sort of water background. I'm not sure if that's like a tree or something back there. It's cool enough. Got a Kecleon. This looks like a Skyridge artwork to me. I have to go back and look. Kimono did it. That kind of makes sense. Pretty cool. You just don't see as many artworks like this today. Omastar's looking neat. Some sort of prehistoric water looks like it's hanging out in. Ooh, Pichu. Looks like Pichu's kind of scared of the storm right there. Kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy X when you go to that lightning area. I think it was called like the Thunder Plains, and like your character Riku was afraid of like being out in the thunderstorm. That's what this reminds me of right here. Need to pick that one up. Sandslash hanging out. Destroying some rocks or something. Very nice. Shiftry. Not much going on here. It's just Kintsugi Mori artwork. And I know I always say like, oh, it's just another Kintsugi Mori artwork, or it's like, I don't seem to be too impressed by those. And it's like I'm not hating on Kintsugi Mori. I mean, his artwork is great. I hate when they just copy and paste it into a card and like there's not much to it. But like when Ken does like original artworks for these cards and like plans it out, like the Dark Charizard or the Shining Gyarados, I always think they're great. I just don't like when they copy and paste the artwork in there. Steelix is weird. In some sort of ancient cavern. Huh. This is really like the first time I've gone through like this set and just checked out all the individual cards in a while. Of course, here's an Umbreon. That's a cool background. Looks like a desert oasis or something. What else we got? Vaporeon. Again, looks like some sort of desert oasis here. Kind of silly looking. Cool though. Got Wobbuffet here hanging out. Got another fossil Pokemon crawling along the ground. Anorith. Another one. Oh, that is a fierce looking Arbok. Look at that. God, its mouth just looks so ferocious. Would not want to see that walking through the desert. Bring out a Zangoose. Maybe he can take care of that. What do we have here? What is this Azumarill doing? Looks like he dropped something in the water or something. Hanging out at the oasis. Maybe he's trying to decide whether or not he wants to go for a swim. Azurill. Again, hanging out in the desert. Kind of an underrated Pokemon. I like Azurill. Not as cool as Marill, but Baltoy. Breloom. I think I have this card. It's okay. Look at this Delcatty. Delcatty's funny. It always kind of reminded me of an evolution. I wonder if at some point they had thought about Delcatty being an evolution. Electabuzz. Looks like he's like doing a dance or something here out in the desert. Cool card. Elekid. I like this one. Fun. Another underrated Pokemon in my opinion. Fearow. Oh, that's an interesting artwork. It looks like it was kind of like sketched out with like colored pencils or something. Kasube. Illumise. I like all the colors on this one, all the different flowers. Doesn't really look like a desert, but I mean, who cares? It's nice. Umamoto, yeah. They're a pretty cool artist. I think they did the Arcanine and Aquapolis. Kabuto. Curlia. Lairon here. Lots of Nishida artworks. Another Harada to go along with the Cradily. Pretty nice. Not as cool as the evolution though. Lileep, Lileep. So we have two Lileeps in this set. Standard artwork here. Lanoon booking it. Wonder where he or she's going. Oh, look at this Lombre. God, it looks so disappointed. Like, what the heck happened to you, man? It's gonna be okay. Kamiya always does such funny artworks. I mean, even if you look at the new Drowsy card that's come out, I mean, just the scenes they make, just very very interesting. Here's Arita doing Lombre, swimming through the water. We got a Murkrow. Oh, that's an interesting Murkrow. Cool pose, Arita. Kind of looks like the Grand Canyon or something. Nuzleaf. Another Nuzleaf. Wow, look at Pelipper. What a noble bird. Hanging out here on this branch. So yeah, that's one thing this set's really got going for in Spades, just theming. It's got that down. Quilava. Like, I get why it's not like super expensive and like there's not like a lot of people that are chasing after it, because there's not that many like top tier, I would say, like chase card Pokemon in this set as far as the holos go. Well, I guess except for maybe like the evolutions and stuff now that I'm thinking about it. But for the most part, though, not that many. But the artwork here is really cool. Why not? And I think this set's got some EX cards too, so I'll be curious to see what those look like. This Zatu's neat. Huh. Aeron, taking it easy. Cacnea, just hanging out in the desert. Oh, look at this Cacnea. That's a cool one. Harada. Is it doing laundry? Well, that's nice. Either Cacnea likes to wear clothes or it's helping out someone who does like to wear clothes. Huh. Good on Cacnea for helping out, if that's the case. Oh, look at this Cyndaquil. Dang. Cyndaquil not playing here. That's some serious fire going on. Dunsparce. Ugh. Not much of a card. Not much of a Pokemon. Wow, look at this Duskull. That's creepy. Wow. You know, you can get reverse holos of all these cards. I'd love to get the Duskull version of this, or the reverse holo of this Duskull. That would be really neat. That is spooky looking. Another Duskull. This one's pretty creepy too. Kasube, we saw them doing artwork earlier. Eevee, looking like a hero here, just jumping through the sky. Very determined, very confident, this Eevee. Wonder what he's going to evolve into, or she. Ekans, hanging out. Look at this Growlithe. It's having a tea party. That's just delightful. Who doesn't love a good tea party, and who wouldn't want to have one with Growlithe? Lotad here. Kamiya artwork. Just loving that water. Looks very happy, a lot happier than the Lombre. So I don't know what happened between this card and the other card, but something went wrong. But then the Ludicolo looked pretty happy, so maybe it's just an awkward stage when it was the Lombre, and then when it turned into Ludicolo, it got really happy. Oh, look at this Lotad. Maybe this is the one that evolves into that Lombre. God, it looks not so happy, very thirsty. Gotta go find the Oasis, little buddy. Meryl found it. That's a nice Meryl card. Arita. God. And that's the thing I've said before, y'all. Like, everyone's always chasing the chase cards, and that makes sense to some level, but a lot of these common cards, especially from like back in the old times, early 2000s, like, you can't beat this artwork. Can you imagine if a lot of these were illustration rares and they just had the card art throughout the entire card? How cool would that be? Nice Homonite. Onyx makes sense here. Pikachu. Kind of reminds me of the Pichu because like the Pichu had like a similar pose except it was over here and now like the storm's gone. It's cool enough. What the? God, that is a beat up Psyduck. What the heck happened to you? Looks like he just got thrown across the desert or something. Routes. Oh, that's a nice card. Kusajima. God, look at that. I mean, this artist, they just really spent some time on making this card, and I just really appreciate that. Like, just can't beat the hand drawn artwork. Sandshrew. Nice. C dot. Basic C dot. Real basic shroomish there. Oh, look at these skitties. Coming out at night to play. That's just so wholesome. Slackoth. Just hanging out. It's just the basic Sugimori artwork that they copy and pasted in the card, but I like how it's zoomed in. Slackoth's such an underrated Pokemon card. I love the Surging Sparks illustration rare too. Hand-drawn Spearow. Trapinch looking up at the night sky. Wailmore. Clearly not in the desert. Look at this Wingull. How very delightful. And he's even got 2 friends. Huh. No, actually, I'm sorry. 3 friends, so 4 Wingull in total. 4 for the price of 1. Should be a $4 card. Zigzagoon. Oh, that's nice. God, that is a desert-themed card if I ever saw one. Look at all that desert vegetation. Kind of makes me want to go back and play Ruby and Sapphire. Lynette's Net Search. That was the chick who was doing the Pokemon storage system stuff in Ruby and Sapphire. So that's what she looks like. Huh. Rare candy. Those are always useful. Wally's training. Good on you, Wally. Train your Pokemon. Oh, Claw Fossil. Mysterious Fossil. Reprint from the actual fossil set. Root Fossil. Multi-Energy. Alright, now we're getting into the EX cards. These were essentially the chase cards from these sets that came out during the EX era. Makes sense, right? Huh. Very interesting colors on this Aerodactyl. Kind of reminds me of that old Pokemon episode where I think like Ash like fell into like a cave or something like that, and they met all of those prehistoric Pokemon, and then like Aerodactyl came flying out, and I think it kidnapped Ash like with its feet. That's what this reminds me of. And I think that's right, Charmeleon evolved and had to go save Ash. I'm gonna go back and watch that episode. That was a good one. Aggron. It's alright. Nice Gardevoir. I like the colors on this one. I don't think I recognize this artist. Koiki. Huh. Maybe they were a one and done. Decent Kabutops. Raichu. Seen this card before. Rayuida. This person always did a lot of 3D artworks. Typhlosion. No, not real big on that one. Kind of a weird angle. And here's the Whale Lord card. Everybody knows this card. I think this one's actually worth a few bucks. I believe my brother's got it. And there you have it. That's all the cards from EX Sandstorm. So overall, I'd say it's definitely kind of a mid-tier set, like as far as like chase hollows and stuff goes. But if you're just looking for a set like to admire the artwork and just go in here and get some common cards, I mean, these common cards, as we saw, are pretty freaking cool. And it's great to have that theming, and it's great to have all that hand-drawn artwork. I think I'd give this set a 7 out of 10. Anyways, if you like this video, feel free to leave me a like. If you want to see more content like it, you can subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.